Welcome to the WIHS Journal. On today's broadcast, we'll be learning about The Angel's Return. It's a play being featured by the Liberty Baptist Church in Bristol, Connecticut. It's a free event. Takes place December 14th and 15th at 5 p.m. So, Dan, thank you so much for being with us in the studio. So I know that we talked, not last year, but the year before. You had some people in the studio with me. How did that production go that year?
It went really well. We had 2 performances. We had over 200 people come out. Thanks to you guys for, getting the word out. We had several people come up to me and said that they heard the interview on WIHS.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to put you on the spot, Pastor, because I know that you're new to the area. He's from Tennessee, got a little bit of a Southern accent, and you're new at the Liberty Baptist Church. Maybe introduce yourself to our listeners and tell us how God brought you to this Connecticut and to the church, and then we'll talk about the play.
Sure, that'd be great. My name is Pastor Dustin Alley, and I moved out here actually from Southwest Arizona. After I graduated high school, I spent 9 years in the Marine Corps as an air traffic controller. And then God called me to full-time ministry in 2013. I was serving in Freedom Baptist Church, and a position opened up for me to take over as an assistant pastor and youth pastor. And then last year, around October time frame, my pastor preached a message, and he said, what is your next step of faith, and why aren't you taking it? So I took that to God, and my next step was to become a lead pastor. And then throughout the search, I was connected with Liberty Baptist, and here I am. Got here July 7th, was my first time preaching as the pastor, and just excited about what God's doing there and going to be continuing to do there, and looking forward to seeing one of these plays Dan's putting on. I hear so much about them, and it's going to be a really good time.
Yeah. Dan's a good guy. We've been working with him for many years, and we're so blessed to have Susan here in the studio with us. I have never met you before.
Hello, I'm Susan Roberge. I am going to play a character called Angela, and this is our reprieve from about 7 years ago, and we come back and we get an assignment from Michael to go down and help out a family, specifically a young man that is going through a lot of troubles and being influenced by Lucille, that's got an assignment from Lucifer. So we are there to try and pull Aaron away from Lucifer and his grip.
We know the devil is a liar, and that's what he likes to do, is try to throw those fiery darts every day to his children. Right. So Dan, God gives you visions, and he gives you talent to design a play like this. So I know you don't want to give it all away if you want to do a description. So the play is called The Angel's Return. Now, how did a vision like that come to you?
Like Susan said, 7 years ago, we had the play. It was called Angels Unaware, where, she reprises her role of Angela the angel. Those 2 came out and helped out the mission home. This is a sequel to that play, actually. It takes place a year and a half later. My vision, I was fortunate to find this. It's on the internet. There's a site that I find a lot of Christian plays and playwrights, and I was reading through several, and I was in prayer, and I said, Lord, give me a vision of what you want us to do this year in this season. And I believe since it was 7 years ago, it was time to revisit that. Yep. A different setting, of course. This time, it's, Satan and his demon trying to ruin the day. And I feel like this is the way the world is today. And all the spiritual warfare that's going on, there's so much that, myself and many believers are, getting influenced by Satan and the world. And there are a lot of non-believers who are also not going to church because church is not the same as it used to be. And I want people to come out and see that we are real. We are sinners as well, saved by grace, and that God has, a way, and that is only one way, Jesus Christ. And I believe they can see this through the presentation of the play. It's a lot of comedy, too, in this play. Satan's demon tries to influence Aaron, our character, not to sell the mission home and pretty much burn it down and get the insurance money. Wow. And it's a lot of chaos going on. And when that happens...
Sounds just like the world would do that,
right,
too.
Yes, yep. And so there's a lot of, spiritual warfare taking place at this former hotel, now turned into a mission home. And it's really neat. Like you said, I don't want to give too much away. So.
Now, Dan, you couldn't do something fun. You couldn't bring the devil in here. You had to bring the angel. You thought that would be contradictory, right?
Right.
For
that
a
would have
Christian
been
station.
the actress who played her. Was playing her. Actually, was here a few years ago.
Okay. Yeah. So, Pastor, what role do you play in this play?
Well, I get to play Michael, the archangel, and I'm the one delivering the assignment to the two angels that are going to go down and help. And actually, you mentioned Lucille, the demon there. She's our church secretary, my executive assistant, and so she's not that bad. But we might want to leave her out.
So, anything that you would like our listeners to know specifically to encourage them to come to this play and why they should come? Any one of you want to answer that?
I'd love to.
Okay.
What I believe is encouraging for me to come out, that I would recommend it, is that besides just a wonderful story and a spirit that's uplifted and the battle that we're fighting, and you'll come out and see how it ends up. It also is going to get you into the Christmas spirit with the songs and the joy and just the story that we tell. It just will uplift your heart and just really put joy into your heart with all the songs and the extras that we're going to do in the production.
That's great.
If I could add something, Anissa,
yes,
to that,
absolutely.
It's going to be a wonderful, beautiful play. I've seen the practices and things, but one of the most important things as a pastor that I talked to Dan about this whenever we said we're going to do the play is, as a church, it's not our job to do plays. It's our job to tell people about Jesus Christ. And so through this play, if you've got friends or family that don't know Christ, haven't been saved, this is going to be an opportunity to do that, because we're not just going to be having the presentation of the play. At the end of the play, I'm going to come out and talk to people about the gospel and present that to them, letting them know that we're only saved by grace through faith, and the death, burial, and resurrection of Christ is what gets us to heaven. So if you've got friends and family that don't know that, that's a great reason to bring them out to a free Christmas play.
Now I'm thinking, do you guys actually have really angel costumes and the devil costumes too?
No.
Yeah.
So actually, I've been asked to wear something besides your typical angel costume.
Yeah.
We'll call it a 21st century angel costume. That I'm going to leave it as a surprise for everyone, because I'm still trying to get it all together. So that's it. We've got a zip line in, and it'll be a great time.
Yeah. Well, I really enjoyed hearing from each and every one of you. Anything that I missed out that you'd like to convey to our listeners? Any details that I missed?
I'd just like everybody to know that we've got a brand new website up at lbcbristol.org. Love for people to come check that out. And then on Facebook, we've got our event up for the Christmas play. And if they would be able to let us know they're coming, it'd be great to plan for that. And we got a short commercial we'll be putting out soon through Facebook for people to watch. And you'll get to see what Lucille is wearing, the demon there. And we're just excited to be able to put this on for the community. Looking forward to 2020 and the outreach we're going to have in the community. We've started a fund called #4Bristol, and that's for us to get out and be able to just show the love of Christ to those that are in our community, and just let them know we want to be the hands and feet of Jesus to love on them and then bring them to a loving relationship with Christ.
And the best part about this play, the incentive,
that it's free, 100% free.
Yeah. So, Dan, before we close on that, why don't you tell our listeners the time and the place? And also, we know it's free. There's no ticket prices. So,
no registration needed. Just show up, bring your friends, your family. It's for all ages. We actually have a kids choir this year, so their parents and grandparents will be coming out. We have a teenager choir as well that will be singing. We got music. It will definitely get you in the Christmas spirit. It's called The Angel's Return.
And Dan, I think we've also got a nursery available, correct? For the youngest children, for 0 up to running it to about 4 or 5 years old. I'd have to check with our nursery director there, but we wanted to let everybody be able to enjoy the play. And then afterwards, there's a meet the cast with cookies, refreshments, and things like that. So we're looking forward to a great night.
That is free as well.
Okay.
And when you say free food, I'm there.
The herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
Once again in the broadcast studios with us was Dan White and their newest pastor, Dusty Alley, and also with us was Susan. And they were talking about The Angel's Return. It's a play being sponsored by the Liberty Baptist Church in Bristol, Connecticut. That takes place December 14th and 15th. Both times are 5 p.m. The event is free. For For more details, call WIHS at 860-346-1049. The opinions expressed are those of the participants, not necessarily those of a staff and management of a station. I'm Anissa Porticelli. The WIHS Journal is public affairs from WIHS, Middletown,